Alright guys, so I'm down at Bournemouth Pier and this is meant to be one of the best beaches in the UK, so I've just come check it out for a couple of days. You know, it gets a bit busy in London sometimes, so I thought I'd just come check here. So this will be a brief video, not very long, but just to give you guys a glimpse of where I'm at and what I'm doing. Hey yo, so behind me here, I got the wheel. And I think it's like a copy of the London Eye, but a lot smaller, obviously. Not a bad price to go on it. It's like £10 an adult, or don't know how much it is for children. I have to have a look, or just Google it, man. But anyway, I'm gonna go have a look at the arcades as well to see what's good. Whenever I go into arcades, I always feel a slight nostalgia because I grew up at a seaside town. But I also feel like it's kind of a stupid thing that people just pump loads of money into these without really getting anything back. Seems like a waste. Yeah, this is funny, yeah, they got time crisis. I used to play this when I was a kid. I remember playing Time Crisis 1 and 2, but they still have it. They got Time Crisis 5. I guess things haven't moved on that much. How many of you played air hockey as a kid? Hey, will you look at that? That is looking nice, you know. Wow, good view. Hey, so get this here. If you want to enter the rest of the pier and go to the end, they charge a pass to do that. It's like $5.50. Damn, that's crazy. The one at Cleethorpes where I'm from is free. You go right to the end. As lovely as it is out here, I mean, with those cliffs and, like, you know, the beach and everything, all is not entirely well in England. I mean, just down there under that little ledge, you've got a couple of tents and people are just sleeping there. It is really sad. I don't blame the guys doing that. I blame my government, you know. It's sad. It's like we've got this bigger gap in wealth that's just getting bigger, and people are falling through the cracks, you know. Shame, but I mean, lovely place, and I can't think of a better place I'd want to sleep if I had to sleep. I couldn't think of a better view to wake up to. It's just a sad fact that they're pretty vulnerable and anyone can move them on at any time. So as lovely as it is here, and it is really nice, the weather's perfect today, but it's very commercialized, very capitalistic. But there behind me you can see that's you call it the Bournemouth Wheel, Bournemouth Eye. I'll put the link in the description later, yeah? But yeah, you got all the trappings of most beach towns, and you got a few attractions, but you will pay for them. And here's the start of the cashless society that they're talking about, card only. So we'll go put my feet on the sand now. And if you come to the beach, you can't come here and not step on the beach. Hey, so check this in front of me, yeah? They've got like a zip line that goes all the way down from the pier to the beach. And I was just saying to my friend that basically, once you enter the pier, you've got two ways of getting back. You can either swim through the water, that's free. You pay 25 quid for the zip line, or you probably have to pay another tenner just to enter back through the pier again, knowing this country. But it's kind of cool, this zip line thing. As fun as it looks, you wouldn't catch me on that. It looks like it could snap. And not only that, £25 for literally a 30-second experience just doesn't cut it in my eyes.
Red and yellow flags. This is the designated safe swim zone. So please make sure if you are planning on heading into the water today, do so with the red and yellow flags.
So even the flora and the fauna here in Bournemouth seems to be a lot more exotic than what you get, say, up at the North Sea. So you've also got like a Red Arrow simulator machine. Those are kind of cool, and it's only £6. But if you're anything like me, I get a bit motion sick if I don't actually see what I'm doing, you know, when I'm inside something. But it's kind of cool. So anyway, I'm leaving now. We're going to go into the town centre itself. It's really nice down here, but unless you plan on spending the whole day at the beach, it's kind of really crowded and not much to do, unless you want to pay for everything, of course. But it's really nice to see it. It's a lovely day. For me, what begs the question is the fact that I don't get the same feeling when I come to the beach here in the UK, be it up north in Cleethorpes, or even here in Bournemouth, where, don't get me wrong, it's lovely, the weather's nice, it's perfect, and you've got that flora and fauna, but I don't know if it's the infrastructure or just the British style of the buildings that kind of ruins it for me in a weird way. It doesn't feel nearly as holiday-like. I mean, leave your comments, like, let me know your opinion on that. Australia had a similar vibe though, like when I lived in Melbourne, it had a similar kind of vibe as the beaches here. But, I don't know, it just felt a bit more exotic, I guess. So I've even spotted some like foreign cars that have come. So yeah, it must be popular with a lot of people. Saying that, when I used to work in Malaysia, I used to teach students from the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, from Oman. And some of those students, they told me they'd been to the UK before. And I asked them where, and they said, oh, we stayed in Bournemouth. So from what I know, Bournemouth's quite popular with like people from Middle East. And a lot of people from overseas, they do come here because, don't get me wrong, it's really nice. It's actually probably one of the nicest towns in the UK. So I'm heading away from the coast and the seafront right now. We're going to head into town itself, see what's good. See, this is not bad. You know, for me living in London, if I want to just get away from the city just for a day or two, it's not that far to come. It's about 100 miles or so. It takes about 3 hours to get here by car. And there are regular buses running from London. Like, you can get it direct from the airport, in fact. Like, as soon as you land in Heathrow, there's buses there. So it's not bad. Like, if you want that beach vibe, it's a good place to come for that. But when you want to go back to London, it's also not hard neither. So it looks like I've stepped into a kind of botanical garden of some sorts. And it's quite nice as well. Like, you got all the trees and everything. And I think they rescue birds as well. Like, they've got some exotic ones. So I'm going to like take a look at these birds and see what that's about. Oh my god, I just saw what's basically a peacock, but because it's laid on the ground it looks almost like a lizard, but that's its long feathers in a tail. But if it actually spreads those feathers, it's huge. The only problem is though with peacocks, the only time they ever spread the feathers as if they're meeting like a potential mate, like a suitor. But since it seems to be the only one in here, it's got nobody to really expose itself to. As nice as it all looks inside with these exotic birds and stuff, it's kind of a shame to see them caged in like this because they can't fly off anywhere. That kind of makes me sad, and they just, you can only look at them from behind the bars. So anyway, that was kind of entertaining for a minute or two. But we're gonna like head to the city centre itself. I keep digressing and seeing stuff on the way. So yeah, I've seen this place. It's like the arcade. Looks kind of like a posh shopping centre or whatever. And behind me, you've got, I believe that is a cathedral, or at least a big church anyway. I'm not really boned up on my Christianity so much. So this place inside seems quite upmarket, a bit too sterile for my liking. It contains one of those typical seaside gift shops, and you got the rock and everything. So I'm on basically what is the high street in Bournemouth, and funnily enough, the last time I came here was for my cousin's wedding, and that was in 2008. That was ages ago. Really funny, yeah? I came with what was my little brother then, back when he was smaller than me, because at that time I think I was 22 and he was 13. But now my little brother is actually bigger than me. So it's quite ironic. Maybe if I bring him here one day, it's like I could we could recreate the same thing, except that, you know, he's almost a foot taller than me. So overall, I found this high street to be not bad at all. You find practically every shop you'd find in London, but just in a more micro scale. They've even got a char time here. Like, last time I had char time was when I was back in Asia, and it is like a proper Asian brand. So that's not bad. Actually, Bournemouth has got almost everything London's got, but just on a smaller scale. So anyway, luckily enough, I actually found a proper like South Indian shop down here, and they've actually got stuff that I haven't seen in Hounslow, which is mad because Hounslow is a total like Indian area. So that's kind of cool. So I decided to stop in char time and get my Asian milk tea fix since I've not had it in quite a while. The prices are not exactly cheap, but not bad neither. This cost just under a £5. Hey yo, so good morning from sunny Bournemouth. Right behind me there you see the triangle. This is like Bournemouth's sort of night spot and sort of unofficial like gay nightlife area. And anyway, I'm heading back up the hill. Where I'm staying is not so far, just about a 2-minute walk. And sadly today I'm leaving Bournemouth. I mean, I've had a good time. I've got some family here, so I got to see them while I was here. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the glimpses you've seen of Bournemouth so far. I plan to come back at some point, but in the meantime, just check out what I've filmed. And you know, I managed to get most of the beach and everything like that. So anyway, so I'm going to wrap it up for here. I'm really at a loss of things to say right now. I'm sort of wrapping up and I'm driving back to London. Oh, so just on the way back to the car, I just walked past the shop and it happens to be a Brazilian Portuguese shop. And I managed to find this because I don't drink, but I still like the taste of beer, if that weirdly makes sense. But I kind of have a thing for collecting and buying non-alcoholic beers. And this is like the national beer of Portugal, Superboc. Like if you've ever been to Portugal, you'll know. But yeah, I found 0.0, so that's kind of awesome. Rare find. Anyway guys, so I'm about to head back to London. It's been an awesome trip and you can see how nice Bournemouth actually is. I mean, this is beautiful. Look, the sun's out, the sky's blue. There's my trusty car there that's taken me practically everywhere. And this is where I've been staying, this place, for the last 2 days. A little bit on the pricey side, I ain't gonna lie. But they did have a hot tub, but that was really nice. But anyway, I'm about to go back and I'll catch you guys in the next video. So peace out.